so many people on such a horrible night, but it will tell you just how important this exhibition is to so many, to all the artists, and in particular to Brian Gallagher. I am the honorary secretary here, and I'm very, very lucky to have Brian Gallagher as the arts convener. And Brian makes life very, very easy for us on the committee, because he takes such responsibility in and around the art, in and around hanging the art, and encouraging all of these artists. And I am not surprised when you get to know Brian that people come for years, you know what I mean? And there's only a representative of his artists here tonight. And I'm going to hand over to PJ Lynch now in a second. But Christian was saying to me earlier, in All the Cultivated People, the book Patricia Boylan wrote all those years ago about the Arts Club, she talks about the necessity of drawing and having a drawing classes in the Arts Club, and that she wanted it, Brian tells me, twice a week. Brian does it as you all know, probably on a Thursday evening, and so I want to just say the quality of the work here this evening is absolutely fabulous. The prices are giveaway prices, are they not? Really, they're so reasonably priced. And I always say about the purchase of a piece of art, I mean, we spend money on all sorts of things all of the time, but a piece of art is something you'll have forever.
Here.
PJ Lynch is a member of the club here. He's an award-winning illustrator. He has numerous books published. Are you one of the really wealthy ones in the club, PJ?
Very close to
But he's an absolutely superb supporter of the Arts Club, and he comes to many of our functions, and we're always delighted to see PJ. And I'm going to hand you over to him now, because he's lots of words of wisdom.
I don't know about wisdom now, guys. Anyway, the same as what Miri said earlier, thank you all so much for coming tonight. It's a horrible night. I was kind of hoping there'd be half the number here, but it's great to see so many of you here. Great to see so many old friends here as well. This is a very special exhibition for me, because turn your damn phones off. It's a really special exhibition for me because I'm such an enthusiast about life drawing. It has meant a lot to me for more than 40 years. I've been doing life drawing, and still haven't learned how to do it properly, but I keep trying. And I was really delighted when Brian asked me to open the show, and I'm very honoured to be invited to open the show for that reason. So I want to get straight to the point. We're all here tonight, and all this wonderful art is on the walls, thanks to Brian Gallagher. A big round of applause for Brian. It's pretty incredible, but Brian has managed to keep this show on the road for more than 20 years, and he took over from our old friend Tom, and Tom had it going for a few months, but then Brian took it to great new heights, and he's created a really welcoming kind of home for artists, I think, in the Life Room, and the fact that he's kept it going through thick and thin, while other life drawing sessions have come and gone, I think it's a great tribute to Brian's hard work and dedication. As I said, it's a wonderfully well managed session, and it reflects really well on the United Arts Club to have a highly thought of space like that downstairs where artists can come every week and do their thing. So thanks very much for that, Brian. An artist's life can be very isolated. There's a tragic bit. Get the fiddles out. It can be very isolated, but here is a lovely social activity where a group of artists can come together to challenge ourselves, to draw together, to work hard, and afterwards maybe to have a pint up here and to discuss how it all went downstairs. Over the years, we've all made many friends here, and it's great to see their work on the walls, people who I haven't seen for so long, but it's nice to see their work, and I hope to meet them all later. And I think a lot of us will probably be thinking of Paul Stewart and Alwyn Gillespie and other friends who are no longer with us, who we shared the studio with and great times here. It's a group show, and I don't want to single out individuals. I mentioned for Brian and put all the hard work into it, and for Cole Casey, who helped him with the hard work of hanging the show. It's kind of tough hanging a show, especially when artists leave to the very last minute to bring their work in. That's just, that was me, okay? I apologize for that. So yeah, I mean, looking around at the range of work we have, there's an amazing array of different techniques, and it's lovely to see that different approach that the different artists take. Because much as I admire the sort of new atelier movement, sometimes you see in their studios, artist after artist who's using exactly the same technique. And there's no variation. But here, we've got so much individuality is coming through in the work. It's really absolutely beautiful. And how people can look at the same subject and come away with a different work of art. I absolutely adore that. That means a lot to me. So the question has to be asked, though, why does Brian put all this work in week after week after week over years? And why do some of us keep coming and coming back and putting in the hard graft of drawing repeatedly? Is it just because we want to practice our skills and keep our skills honed? It is that, but it's really a vital thing to keep those skills going in a world where, I don't know if you know what AI is doing to the art world, where you can put in a prompt into a program and it produces the most beautiful piece of work you've ever seen. And it's kind of scary for most of us. But I think it's really important that we keep drawing and keep those abilities going and keep those techniques so that we can pass them on to the next generation of artists. I think it's really important. This is more than just good technique that this life drawing thing is about. For me, the need to draw the human form from life, it's hot-wired into us all as artists. I believe that the human form is the eternal subject. I like to think that I said that first, but maybe someone else did, I don't know. It needs no justifying, it needs no explanation, and it needs no narrative to be added to it. When we draw the model from life, we're studying ourselves, and we're trying to make some sense of the human condition. I really believe that's what we're doing. That's why we're drawn to draw from life. The AI programs that I was talking about, they're just a few years old. AI just seemed to come out of nowhere about a year ago. It shocked me. But life drawing is as old as humanity. Some hairy ancestor of ours picked up a piece of charcoal from a campfire and did a sketch of their mum or dad on a wall and probably got a clip around the ear over it. But we've been drawing each other ever since. And the process has evolved into what we have downstairs in the life room every Thursday. For me, it's a sacred artistic ritual. I really mean that. The artists arrange themselves in a semicircle and wait respectfully as the model disrobes. The model takes up a pose, and then 8 or 10 people concentrate all their efforts on that person. Something happens between the model and the artists. something goes between the body of the model, and it goes into the eye of the artist, and down his arm or her arm, and through the hand onto the page, and a mark is made on the page. And for me, that's a kind of a magical thing. It's a record of the moment of analysis that the artist is taken on. It's a magical process, and it's an old kind of magic. Every picture on the wall here is an expression of that magical process. And I want to thank Brian again for keeping the magic going. Cheers, Brian.